As a DA, have you encountered very many cases of voter fraud in Waukesha County?
You know, it turns out we're not ground zero for voter fraud in Waukesha County.
But
we have had cases, and I've had some that I have where we've identified a suspect and we've had to refer them to other counties because under Wisconsin law now, election violations are prosecuted in the county where the person resides.
Right.
So we've had to refer those to other counties and have been disappointed at times in the results because we thought we had a solid investigation and they didn't go anywhere. But yes, we've had voter fraud cases. You know, most of the trouble I've seen happened in 2012 when we had 8 months with elections that year.
Okay.
And we did have a number of people who did vote twice. And ultimately in most of those, I concluded that I simply couldn't prove the person did it intentionally. It might have been an elderly person. That was frequently the case. Very elderly people who voted absentee, thought they were going to be out of town, then they were in town and just didn't realize, oh, this was the June election. I thought this was the May one. We weren't able to prosecute those. There have been other cases, though, where we've had reported to us that someone's vote was used, but we haven't been able to, we don't know who did it. Without any kind of an ID, you have no way of proving the case. Oftentimes, people who are critical of voter ID laws will say, none of those cases have been prosecuted. Of course not, because if no one ID'd the person who came and voted, I'll never have a suspect to prosecute. You have to listen carefully to the arguments.
So you said Waukesha is not ground zero for voter ID, for voter fraud. Is there a ground zero for voter fraud?
I don't know the answer to that, but I just know what happens in my county. And a large part of why, well, the best way to prevent someone from stealing your vote is to use it. And Waukesha County, we typically have very large voter turnout in the big elections, and I think that helps.